Welcome again to another one of our Drip Club videos. I'm Kim Papp and I'm joined today by Damian Todd. Obi is actually attempting a world record attempt next week for a 24-hour grappling in jiu-jitsu style to raise money for RUOK. I'm very pleased to be interviewing you today, and thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
So, a lot of people may not know, but you used to be a former British Marine. So, can you tell us a little bit about that experience?
Sure, yeah. I joined the Marines some 30 years ago, as of May, as a young thrusting 18-year-old. And yeah, purely on the back of a bet. Somebody bet me to if I could get in, and as it happened, did the three-day assessment, and I got in and served for 22 years, visiting many countries, good and bad, around the world. To date, I've visited 75 countries. So,
wow.
So yeah.
Yeah. So you were saying earlier that in your experiences, you saw the best and the worst of human nature.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously, in visiting so many countries, not through just for conflict, but for holidays and for just exercises or just whatever. You do get to see the best and worst of the planet, but also human beings. The very, very unique beings that we are. Yeah, complex. You know, we're all unique. Absolutely, everybody. You know, we are similar to others, and we get on well with others, but we aren't the same. We're very, very different.
Okay, so how has your experiences in the Marines affected you positively and negatively? Because obviously now you're raising money for mental health and anxiety through RUOK and your world record attempt. How has your past experiences brought you to this point?
I think realistically the why as to the reason as to why I'm doing this is because of primarily the negatives, but also that's fed by the positives from helping others. Certainly from my case, I've suffered for many years with mental health issues. I know many who are no longer here because they've suffered and have done the very worst that can happen, that is, in take their own lives. And a very good friend of mine took his own life just over 2 years ago, and he's just one of many, actual fact. So I think what it's led me to learn is that I can, because I'm still here, and off the back of when I eventually got help some 10 or so years ago, that I can now utilise that as a platform to try and inspire people not to take that final step to literally not be here anymore, however they choose. And because I've been there, thankfully I didn't have that point where I got to it. Yeah, because obviously I wouldn't be having this conversation with you for obvious reasons. So I think the good thing and bad thing about that is conjoined really, and that my negative experiences can hopefully be positive for somebody else to not have those negative experiences, or at least stop, so they can still, and even pass the message on. It's a bit like a Chinese whisper, but a good one, that the message is solid, and so they can continue that for the rest of their life.
Hey, I've been there, but you can come out the other side.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, you were saying earlier that jiu-jitsu helped you in this journey. So you started jiu-jitsu about 5 years ago, and the practice actually helped you through that whole process. Yeah,
for sure. I mean, I trained Brazilian jiu-jitsu in a gi at least since end of April, May 2014, not long after I arrived here in Australia, and I found that as an assistant to what I used to do to combat my dark moments, was perfect. You get on the mats and you forget about your bad day. You could have a really crappy day, and you come into the gym and you grapple with someone and you're trying to beat them up, they're trying to beat you up, small guys, big guys, whatever else, and at the end of it, I had a bad day, but I don't really care now because I'm physically, the endorphins run around that. You forget about the mental stuff because you have to think about what you're doing.
With people.
Yeah, but in a way, not just chatting, but you actually, you have to think about what's in the moment, because if you don't, you're going to get choked, or you're going to get your arm ripped, or whatever else.
Okay.
So it's good like that.
Great. So, how did you become involved with RUOK, and what brought you to this place where you're using your skills in jiu-jitsu and leadership to raise money for such a worthy cause?
I think as I kind of just touched on there is the benefits of BJJ.
Sorry, what's BJJ?
BJJ Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is very specific,
yeah.
not sport Jiu-Jitsu, they're very, very different things.
Okay.
So I think with encompassing what I've just said about when you actually train, you kind of forget about your bad day and then actually, get to a point where you can sleep. Certainly for me, the thing I've always learnt over the past 10, 11 years is when I wake up in the morning, I have to find a reason to finish the day, to give myself a goal, a reason to live. BJJ is absolutely one of those. There are other things, wife, cat and the dog, whatever I have to find, I find a goal. Right, what today was my goal? With BJJ and why RUOK, and what's important to me is that RUOK offer lifelines for people who can't do BJJ or solutions. So, BJJ isn't for everybody. I highly recommend it to you if you're young and fit and you want to do something that's good for yourself mentally and physically. But RUOK are a great organisation who help and support through others the message to ask and test RUOK. And it's perfectly fine. It's when you don't acknowledge you're not okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. So, what has your prep been like for the lead up to the challenge? How have you, 24 hours. So, Obi's fighting for 24 hours. He's going to be facing 244 opponents. He's starting at midday on February the 22nd and finishing on the 23rd at midday. So the only breaks he gets is 30 seconds. Is it 15 or 30 seconds between?
A minute between.
A minute between fights, and every 4 hours he gets a 15-minute break. So it's pretty incredible. And the Drip Club will be there to help rehydrate Obi, because I'm sure he's going to need it over the 24 hours for every 4 hours. So how have you maintained your fitness and your wellness? Because it's going to take a toll on your body.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you've given me some extra competitors there, but I don't think by...
Oh, sorry. How many?
It's only 228.
228.
Don't give me any more.
Close.
No. And you've given me an extra time off. But it's about 12 minutes break. And that's just because it works well with the timings. 13 to 18 hours of jiu-jitsu per week. Ordinarily, you probably get 2 to 4 hours, maybe a week, depending on, most people go for 2 sessions a week. So it's quite a lot. My body's definitely had to take its time, my body, my neck, my fingers. You can't just practice doing 24 hours because then, hey, you've done it. So you have to do the best you can. This is when it comes down to your mental fortitude. Physical, but mental fortitude is going to get me through this. And I don't think about 24, I think about 6 blocks of 4 hours. I just have to get through 4 hours and the next 4 hours. So when I'm laying here doing this thing and I'm looking up at the clock up there, I will be enveloped in the 4 hours. Oh, I've only got 3 hours to go. I've only got 2 hours to go. Then I can have a break, be here briefly, and the break will go like that.
It will.
It will absolutely go like that. It won't even think. Because it's only it's like 12 minutes, so it's 2 fights. It's nothing. It's absolutely nothing.
So what you also may or may not know is that Obi has a website called The Force of Inspiration, so tfoi.com.au. So if any of you have been affected by mental illness or know someone that's been affected by mental illness, please jump on and make even a small donation. Every bit helps to go towards this worthy cause. Damian is also a leadership trainer and motivational speaker, which kind of leads me on to my final 2 questions for you, Obi. So what's your number 1 tip for, success in life and achievement?
This always, well, I always refer, there's so many, but probably the best one to say is giving people reasons why they need to do things. And as children, we need it, go clean your room, why? Oh, because of this, this and this. And then teenagers, we don't need to be told, we do need to be told, we're reminded, clean your room. You know why you've got to clean it, you just don't want it. And then as adults, when you get to the working world, you also need a why. If somebody tells me to do something at work, I need to know, okay, why are we doing that? Especially when it involves change. People don't like change. Change is as good as a rest. I would say that 90% don't enjoy change. It's necessary, otherwise we'd still be living in caves and eating out with our hands. But I think if you give people a reason why, you can inspire them, empower them to do pretty much anything. Certainly that's the way I always led. My main one was a soldier, and as I try to now with people, I don't tell people, I ask people. And if they don't do it, then that's a whole different conversation. Because I'll tell them why. It's so much easier.
So it's find your reason why.
Yeah, and everybody needs it. Everybody needs a reason why.
I read a book called It Starts With Why. I think it was all about that.
Simon Sinek.
That's right.
Yeah, I read that.
Yes.
Only recently. Yeah,
Yes.
but it's similar. The similarities is great.
Yeah. Okay, and what mantra do you live by, Obi?
To help people. That's all I care really about, is to help people. And sometimes to the detriment of myself. And I don't care. I don't want a medal for that. I just enjoy doing that. I love helping people. To the point where, like I said, it sometimes leaves me a little bit thin, and I get reprimanded by my good lady wife and other people because I generally will put others first. I remember somebody saying about me doing this event, and who's he doing it for, them or for himself? I mean, it does make me laugh, because I think people who've never actually done anything this event this size.
The question is, does it matter? You're raising it,
Yeah, but it does to people, because they have no concept of because they're so insular and look this way, not outwards. If everybody could do that, and they won't, because that's, again, what I said earlier about humankind, it's very different. It is actually looking outwards more than doing. Look after yourself, of course, but at the same time, and I'm a bit of a hypocrite when I say that. Look after yourself, but and in this event, I'm not at all looking after myself. I'm doing the exact opposite of what I should do. It's.
I will look after you.
Yes, well, that would be good. If there's a few people, there's a whole lot of people that are going to be helping, and they need to, because this will be hideous.
Okay. Well, look, we'll be there with bells on, and if anyone wants to come along and cheer on Obi, it's at 262 Prospect Road on the 22nd of February from midday, and it'll be running for 24 hours. But most importantly, please hop online and donate for this really worthwhile cause. And thanks again for your time, and thank you so much for donating your time and your person to raising money for RUOK.
My pleasure. Least I can do.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.